I'm going to do Jala Neti for you, which is washing out the nasal passages with warm water with salt, okay? Warm, not hot water. I have a 1 cup of water because I have a big neti pot that's a travel pot, plastic, that's going to hold 1 cup of water. I'm going to use about ½ a cup for each nostril. This is water that has been boiled and is clean, and it's about room temperature. It's not, I mean, it's a little bit warmer than room temperature, but it is definitely not hot water, okay? I'm going to take ½ a teaspoon of salt. This is just our granulated Guatemalan salt. Stir it in. And I want it to taste like my tears, okay? So I'm going to move it around, and then I have to actually taste it to make sure it tastes like my tears. Some of you will need a little bit less salt. Some of you will need a little bit more salt. It's a big, it depends. Tastes fine. Tastes just like my tears. Okay. So now I'm going to pour it into my neti pot. Great. And then I'm going to take off my glasses so I don't get them all wet. And then I'm going to just do it down here on the ground because I'm in a nice place where you can see. So I'm going to put about ½ of the pot in my nose on one side and ½ on the other. I can talk the whole time that this is happening because that's the way we're made, right? It's all safe to do that. I'm going to put the pot in my nose. What I want to make really sure about is that I don't get any of this in my ear. Okay, so to not get it in my ear, I'm gonna have to tilt my head in a way. If I go just like this and pour, it's gonna go right into the eustachian tube, into my ear, and leave water in there, which I don't want, all right? So I'm gonna hold it in a different way. I'll show you as I do that. I can put it in here. This is very attractive. So I'm gonna put that in before I go over. Then when I go over, my head is up, and my forehead is down. So I'm looking down, and I'm just washing out the nasal passages. About half of it will go through here. Some may come out my mouth. You know it's all connected in the back. Good. And then I'm going to do the other side. Notice how my ear is up, my forehead is down, so it's not going in my ear. No way can it go in my ear. It's just coming in one nostril, going out the other. And then when I'm done, what I don't want you to do is blow your nose and hold one side, because any moisture that you got in there will go up into your ear if you hold and put pressure there, okay? Excuse me, spitting is an important part of this too. If I have any left over, I'm gonna gargle, okay? So I'm just gonna take a little bit. So everything that's in there just got a nice rinsing. If I spent a day in the city and there was any dust and dirt, or here with a volcano, it's a really good way to rinse out your nasal passages, keep everything clean, nítido, for the day, okay? You can do it daily, but someone my age, after it's all dried out for a while, which is gonna be about an hour from now, where I don't feel like there's any moisture left in there, I'm gonna take a little bit of sesame oil, rub my finger in it, and just do what my mama told me never to do, pick my nose. I'm gonna just put it up enough in my nose that I have some moisture of the sesame oil. So I'm not really dropping it back in the back or doing nausea. I'm just oiling the nostrils, the nasal area, okay? So hopefully you'll have wonderfully, beautifully clean sinuses and feel crystal clear. It's wonderful to do. Must do it on an empty tummy, no food before breakfast. And you need to do it only in the morning, never in the evening, because you don't want to lie down. There's still some water going to be retained in my sinuses. If I were to do downward facing dog, a yoga pose, it might flood right out because there will be some water retained in there, okay? And that's why I'm staying upright for the rest of my day, making sure that everything can just drain out. And by tomorrow, it'll be ready to go again. Thank you.